Okay, so I'm going to do my 37-week update, and you'll have to excuse me if I sound all nasally and weird. My allergies are full on assaulting me for the last week now. There is some kind of a spawn of Satan plant out there that is blooming and producing pollen, and it has literally it's went after me big time. But okay, to start out with, today is Tuesday the 19th, and I am now 37 weeks and 2 days pregnant. At 37 weeks, you're considered full term. And basically, I have hopefully just roughly 3 weeks left until Abrielle is here. I'll start out by saying I had a doctor's appointment yesterday. And I do have some ultrasound pictures, and I'll go ahead and show you those, and they're just basic profile ones, because that's about all they can get now, because, there's just no room for her to move. Oh gosh, I'm terrible at holding it to where you guys can't see. That's a profile. You can see, like, her face right near, her little hand is up, on this side. Terrible at this, sorry. Another one of her profile. I never can hold these right. I should just start scanning these onto my computer and showing them to you that way again. And that's up, like, a really, up close profile. You can see, like, her eyes and her nose and her mouth really well in that one. And that really excites me. I think, I kind of personally think she's going to look like Sam, but that's just me. I guess, whatever. Okay, so stats on her. At her ultrasound, she weighed in at 6 pounds and 7 ounces. So she's gained half a pound in the last, she's gained 1 full pound in the last 2 weeks, half a pound. We'll say maybe each week, maybe more or less, who really knows. But she's normal. The doctor said she's on the skinny side of average, so she's not underweight, so they're not concerned about her weight. And as to what put her up in there in the 83rd percentile, and now she's back down in like the, I think she's for some reason these are two totally different numbers, but I either want to say 23rd or 27th. I can't remember for sure. I know it was an odd number in the 20s percentile of growth. How that happened, they cannot tell me. All they did say was, seeing as she's not small for her gestational age, they're not concerned. Her fluid levels are back up. I was an 11, and I was really shocked to hear that. I went from being a 4 to being an 11. And I guess part of the reason that shocked me so much was I've spent the last week being so sick from my allergies. Like, I've literally been laid out in bed. It's been so terrible for me. I haven't had allergies this bad since I was a kid and we lived on a farm when I was young, and we had chickens and stuff like that and sheep. Like, I've not had allergies that were this bad in years. It's crazy. But, so all of her stats were good. Her heart rate was good. And because everything looked so good on the ultrasound and in his office, I didn't even have to go to the hospital yesterday for an NST. They let that slide this time. Next week, I have another appointment, and it's going to be pretty much the same routine. It's on Monday, and they will do an ultrasound, not to assess her growth, but to look at her fluid levels. They'll make sure that those are still okay. And they'll measure my belly and all that good stuff. And he told me when he measured my belly that, like, my belly is measuring between 36 and 37, so I'm good there. I brought up the swelling to him, and he told me that with the swelling and my headaches I've been having, yeah, that's bad, and the swelling looks bad, but as long as my blood pressure doesn't get any higher than what it has been, then he's not concerned, and as long as I don't start showing protein in my urine, and my urine was good. They actually made me pee in a cup twice while I was there just to double check it. My blood pressure when I was up there, I think it was 127/83, and he told me mine being in the 80s or 90s is I mean, that's not great exactly, but it's okay for a pregnant woman as long as mine doesn't get above the 90s. He said he's not too concerned. So, with that being said, everything's looking better. And I'd asked him, well, what was going on for those few weeks there where everything was looking so bad? Like, what could have caused that? And he told me that he is really not sure. There doesn't seem to be any damage to my placenta. When he looked at it on the ultrasound and stuff like that, they can't figure it out what's going on, like why her fluid levels had dropped and why her weight and her growth had become so restricted and minuscule. So I'm not really sure what was happening there for a few weeks. All I know is things are looking good again, and I'm really hoping they stay this way. And he told me, do be prepared, though, for things to change with the drop of a hat. I might go in next week and things are looking bad again. Who knows? But, so, the good news, he said, is if things progress this way, he'll let me carry full term, even maybe a little later. And he won't induce me. So I was happy to hear that. And next week at the checkup, they will start checking me to see if I'm dilating any. So I'm like, oh yay! I made the next appointment with a female doctor just because I knew they were going to start doing that. And otherwise, oh my gosh, these allergies. Ooh. Symptom-wise for this week, of course, it's the swelling, it's the backaches, still having issues with headaches that do not seem to want to go away or respond to medication whatsoever. Other than that, and not sleeping well, and being all congested, or runny nose, and my eyes water so bad that I can't see, I've been actually okay. I mean, I feel pretty crappy, yeah, most of the time, but I'm so far along now, I don't think I should expect to feel much anything else but crappy. But the good news is, I don't feel any worse. And the beginning of this week so far, I feel a lot better than I did last week because I was getting sick. And now I'm kind of, getting over it. I know I still, I'm not fully there, but I'm better than I was. So, that is pretty much all I have for you guys for the 37-week update.